Hey y'all, this is Don, aka the Interactive Nanny, coming to you guys live and in living color from Interactive Nanny's world, where love and play are interactive. Alright, so once again, y'all, we are actually in the car on my on my lunch break at my full-time job. And so this is how we're gonna do it right now. So let's get into our story time. Grab the littles, and whoever else that wants to listen to some stories read by Interactive Nanny, be my guest. I hope you guys have had an amazing start to your brand new week. And it's getting hot now. The weather is going from cold to now hot. Like, I'm looking at my dashboard right now, and the temperature is reading 91 degrees, and it is 1:18 p.m. in Alabama. So it's getting hot, and I'm so glad because I don't like cold weather. So I'm kind of glad, but I am sitting in the car with my air on. But anyway, we're gonna get into these stories for this episode. The first story that we're reading is actually one of my favorite books, and it's from a children's series book. And this book is actually a book that I used to read to my daughter when she was little. And well, my daughter's 29 now, so this book has been around. But this is still, even today, one of my favorite books, and it's one of my favorite series. And it's this one is entitled "If You Give a Mouse a Cookie." The author is Laura Numeroff, and it's illustrated by Felicia Bond. You guys, if you have children, or have had children, I'm pretty sure you have seen this book or read this book or even heard this book read online at some point. But we're going to read it again. So here we go. If you give a mouse a cookie. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn my air down. I'm getting a little cold now. All right. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks in the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillows a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get excited. He'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang the picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's gonna want a cookie to go with it. And that's the end of the story. That is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Next, I love that book, y'all, by the way. Next, this is if you guys have not already figured out, I love children's books. It's like every children's book that I pick up for whatever reason, I always enjoy and get a kick out of them. I probably enjoy children's books more than adult books. But anyway, Don't laugh, y'all. Anyway, we're getting ready to get into our second book, and it's entitled The Rainbow Fish. And yes, this is another one of my favorites. And it's by Marcus Fisher. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. If not, someone can please correct me. All right, let's get into The Rainbow Fish. Hold on a second, guys. Rainbow fish. We're back. The rainbow fish was the most beautiful fish in the sea, but he never played with other fish. I'm too beautiful, he thought. Once, a little blue fish asked for one of his shiny scales, but the rainbow fish just laughed. Ha ha! Never, he said. After that, the other fish swam away from him. The rainbow fish was all alone. He went to the starfish for help. Why doesn't anybody like me? He asked. Go ask the octopus, said the starfish. She is very wise. The octopus said, give away your shiny scales. You won't be as beautiful, but you will have friends. I can't do that, cried the rainbow fish. Suddenly, the little blue fish was back. Please, he said, could I have just one scale? Well, the rainbow fish thought, maybe just one tiny little scale. The little blue fish was so pleased, it made rainbow fish feel happy. Soon, all the fish came, and rainbow fish gave away his scales, one by one. Finally, he had only one shiny scale left, but now, as he swam off to play with his friends, he was the happiest fish in the sea. And that's the end of the story. Alright, guys. So that was Rainbow Fish. And now we're getting ready to read. I'm actually sharing 3 today. We're getting ready to read Love You Forever. I know my daughter didn't have this book when she was little. She had a book similar to this, but it wasn't this one. But I've read this book like a long, long time ago. I may have even shared it with you guys on one of the episodes of Interactive Nanny's World. But it's a really cute book. And I picked it up, so I figured why not. It's written by Robert Munch, and it's illustrated by Sheila McGraw. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll love you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old. He ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. And he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. Hold on, y'all. A couple of the pages are stuck together. I'm trying to get it apart. All right, there we go. But at night, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed as if he was really asleep. She picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll love you, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, hold on y'all, these pages are, I think my honey baby has had the book and probably has gotten something a little sticky. Alright, here we go. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room and crawled across the floor and looked up over the side of the bed. If he really was asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." That teenager grew, he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home, got a house across town. But sometimes, on dark nights, that mother got into her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll love you like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day she called up her son and said, "You better come see me because I am very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. He went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." This was a very sweet, sweet little story, nighttime story. I mean, this is a story of how a little boy goes through the stages of childhood and becomes a man. It's also about the enduring nature of parents' love and how it crosses generations. Um, and which is, I mean, it's true. As a parent myself, even now, and my daughter's literally almost 30. My daughter will be 30 in a few months. Um, you just never, if you're a real parent or whatnot, you never want, you can never not be a parent. It doesn't matter how old your children are. They're always your baby. And it doesn't really matter how many children you have. I only have one, but I know if I had more than one, I would still, with each one of them, I would, even that, my daughter, if my daughter gets sick like right now, I'm gone. I'm leaving work if I need to, trying to see about her. You know, um, you just never stop. Once you become a parent, you never stop being a parent. I mean, even like I can say, even in my case, with me being a grown woman, I have my own child and a granddaughter, a honey baby as well. And my mom is still alive, and my mom still takes care of me. Like literally, if I get sick or if I can't do something for myself in the process or whatever, my mom is gonna take care of me. As a matter of fact, prime example, a few months ago, I had to have a biopsy. I've never had one of those up until that point in time, and so I mean, I really didn't know what to expect. I was a little nervous about it. Once I told my mom, and when the time had come, maybe about a week or so before the procedure was supposed to happen, she was like, "Well, I was having it on a Friday." My mom literally called me and told me, "Well, you could just pack up you some stuff, and you can come stay with me for the weekend after the procedure. You just come straight to my house." And I was like, "Well, I can go home to my own house." And my mom insisted. She was like, "No, you come to my house to make sure so we can make sure you're straight and you're not by yourself, because we don't know how it's going to affect the procedure's going to affect you." And I mean, like literally, I was fine, and I probably could have stayed by myself. But I even talked to my sister about it, and my sister was like, "When she's not gonna have it any other way, you might as well just pack you some stuff and just go on over her house." And so, y'all, that's what I did. I went to my mom's house after having this procedure. Like I don't know, as a parent, once you become a parent and you bring these little babies, and the little babies turn into big babies, and the big babies turn into bigger babies, and they do their thing and they living their lives. That still doesn't mean that you stop being a parent. But yeah, I really enjoyed that book. So until next week, we get ready to go on and sign off, because I got a few more minutes before I go back in. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week. Be safe, be blessed. If you have great weather, enjoy the great weather. Until next week, this is Star, aka the Interactive Nanny, signing off from Interactive Nanny's World, Car Edition, where love and play are interacting. Talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye bye.